Now, we've asked Laura to come up here and show us her standard work, and we're going to go through a process of what coaching is. And the best way, besides having you just jump in the water and start swimming, which is where you're going to get your experience, is like we do a little role play, so I can show you what I mean by coaching a little bit more, okay? So, hi Laura, how you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Great. How was your week?
It was good.
It was good? Do you have your standard work with you?
Yes, well, I have my schedule from last week.
Okay, how did it go?
It was a pretty solid week. We had kind of a snow day on Wednesday,
Okay,
but other than that, it was pretty standard.
okay. So what happened on the snow day?
Not a lot of people were in. I actually did make it in, and so I caught up on some lean research that
Okay.
I'm doing for the factory.
So how did that affect your schedule?
It was a little bit slower since I couldn't get a hold of people and people were not in the factory.
Okay,
So it slowed me down a bit, but also gave me the opportunity to benchmark at other sites. And
okay, so you had other things you wanted to do. And so were there things in your schedule that you had planned to do that you couldn't do because of that snow day?
yes, 2 of my meetings were canceled,
Okay,
so that freed up some of my time.
okay, so what do we do as a result of that now? What's our plan to fix that?
To fix the meetings?
Yeah, did you reschedule the meetings? Did you?
They weren't rescheduled for whatever reason.
Okay,
I'm not sure what happened to that. But
okay. So are you going to follow up on that?
Yes, I did follow
Okay.
up, and we did meet informally, but not,
So do you think we need the meetings?
yes.
Okay, so we do need the meetings.
Yes, I
Okay,
think the meetings are necessary, but not 2, maybe 1.
okay, that's good.
Yeah.
All right.
I think 1 with everybody there, everybody needs to be there.
So how many meetings do you have during a typical week?
I would say during a typical week, I probably have 4 to 5 meetings.
Okay. Have you ever thought about, is there opportunities that you can eliminate a meeting and doing some other form of communication?
Definitely. I know we do a lot of instant messaging if it's just something quick.
Okay.
Or a lot of my meetings have gone down to 15 to 30 minutes instead of a whole hour if we don't need that.
Okay, so when you schedule the meetings, they're typically an hour? Okay, is that standard?
Yes.
Okay. So do all meetings last an hour?
No.
Okay.
No, they don't.
All right, so you could schedule them for a shorter period of time.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
Right.
So what's your plan for next week? Do you have that working?
I do not yet.
Okay. So do you have time in your schedule to plan that?
Yes.
Okay.
I would say Friday afternoons are probably a pretty good time to plan for next week.
Okay. Now, do you have employees that have problems that come to you during the week?
Usually not.
Usually? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good. And going forward, is there anything we can do to help make it easier that you can meet your schedule?
I would say one of my things that I probably need to do is make sure I am meeting all of my schedule. I need to talk with my supervisor and make sure I'm doing everything that he needs me to do,
Okay. All right.
because maybe I'm missing some things.
All right. So how are you going to put that in your schedule to get that done?
I would say a weekly meeting with him,
Okay.
probably 15 minutes.
15 minutes,
Yeah,
all right?
that's all I would
So
need.
a quick 15-minute stand-up
Right.
meeting?
Mhm.
Okay, and where are you going to have the meeting at?
Well, we sit right across from each other.
Okay,
so
very
in
good.
one of our offices.
All right, good.
Yeah.
All right. All right, if you need any help and you have any issues that come up during the week, certainly we can talk about it. But let's talk again next week, the same time.
Okay.
And then I'd like to follow up on your meetings to see how you've improved, to see if there's a meeting you can reduce. Okay?
Okay.
All right, great. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Laura. Okay, what did you notice about that coaching session? Questions. Open-ended questions, absolutely. As a leader, that's what you want, is open-ended questions. All right?
Eye contact, attention.
Yes. How much listening was I doing or trying to do? That's hard. Even for me, it's hard to listen all the time because you're always thinking about the next thing you're supposed to say as a leader. How many people have that problem? Okay, all right, I'm going to wait for a break right here. Okay, all right, here, this is what you need to do. All right, you don't have to have all the answers. Okay, try to turn your mind off a little bit on what you need to say and just think about what they're saying, because what I'm trying to do is take cues from her as to what I need to say, not what I want to think, something wise. Because I'm a sensei, right? Think of something wise, all right? No, think about what will help develop her and listen to what she said. Look for coaching moments. Now remember, we didn't stage this. I had no idea what she was going to come up and talk about with, all right? Now, I will know next time because we've already set up communication for follow-up, so there's a few things I know we're going to talk about next time as a leader. But I'm taking cues and look for coaching moments. What was one coaching moment that we talked about in there?
Eliminating a meeting.
About the meetings. Now, did I tell her you have to eliminate meetings? Or did I ask her to look at it? What she thought? So one of the things you want to do to develop is get them to start thinking like a lean leader. You don't have to have all the answers, but you can point them in the direction that they can start looking for improvement. Built-in coaching, just to follow standard work. Use that piece of paper to look at. Have it as a stand-up meeting like we did, 15 minutes or less, and we probably covered, what, 5 minutes? Okay. Have it once a week. Have it with every single one of your employees. Almost like a review of sorts, but it's done weekly. Okay? Focusing on the process. Focusing on looking for coaching moments. Then, if you're doing this, are you fulfilling your role as a leader by helping develop leadership? Developing her or your leaders? Yes. That's what we're trying to do. Okay? Have you ever heard the saying, don't steal the monkeys? Anyone heard that before? I just learned this. Don't steal the monkeys. Okay? Now, I asked her a question, and she answered that she didn't have the problem. I asked if employees are coming to her with issues causing some firefighting, and she said no. I was looking for a coaching moment. Okay? Now, how many people have their day interrupted by their employees coming to them with problems? Okay. What do you do to react to it? What do you do?
Stop and listen and see what I can do to help.
Okay. How far do you help, and how do you help?
According to what the issue is.
Okay. Now, what is a tendency, being a very hands-on leader that we are, what is our tendency to go in there and fix the problem? Take it and do it for them, right? That is our natural tendency. We need to pull our reins on that, because what we're doing is we're stealing the monkey. And what we talk about is monkey being the problem on someone's back as a monkey. And what we've done by that, being a good lean leader, what we think is we just took that monkey off someone's back and put it on ours. Okay, did it get production out that day? Fast, efficient, right? Absolutely, it will do that. Okay, probably you're thinking that, you know, by the time I take the time to teach this person, I can have it done myself because I know how to do it. We can get this done, move on to the next problem, right? But are we developing leaders? When we're stealing monkeys, stealing the problems away from people, we're robbing them of the chance to learn to solve a problem.
And you have to solve it.
And then you got to solve it. And then you're teaching all your employees to say, hey, you got a monkey? Come see me. I'm taking them all. Stand in line. I'm going to start collecting everybody's monkeys, and we're going to get this production out today, and we're going to do it all again tomorrow. Okay? So let's not steal other people's monkeys. But we want to help, right? And how should you help? We should look at now, how do we guide the person to point them in the direction to build them up so they can have the power to solve the problem themselves? Okay? Try not to take that monkey away from them. So I was looking for that when I was doing the coaching session here, but we didn't have that. So what we want to do is allow employees to be developed to solve their own problems so you don't become the collector of everybody's problems. Okay? All right. Any questions on the leader standard work from that point of view, on the coaching? Okay, again, we want to lead through service. One of the things I'd like you to think about is every day when you go into work, don't think about the things I have to do, because one of the things you may misunderstand is that, okay, yeah, this is Stephen Covey stuff, and yeah, this is big rocks. This is a big, just glorified to-do list that I need to do. And I'm going to check it off. These are my to-do lists. Try not to think it's so much of a to-do list as where I put in my schedule to develop people, because I want to look at how can I come into work to make people around me more successful. That's the things that you want to look at, not just some tasks that you want to do on a list. What can you do to make people better? That's what you want to incorporate in your schedule. Tony Dungy, who was the coach for the Colts, said this: if we lose sight of people, we lose sight of the very purpose of leadership. You'd think he was a lean leader with a quote like that. And of course, Indianapolis has been pretty successful over the last 10 years. But it's all about people. So really concentrate on when you do your leader standard work is put more time in your schedules in developing people than any other task that you do. And look at it as your mission in life, because that's what we need to do as lean leaders.